Autobots, transform!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of George Reviews. I am the 80s Transformer fan, and today on George Reviews, I'll be taking a look at Super 7 Thundercats Ultimates Lion-O. I'm going to start off by taking a look at the packaging compared to Mattel's packaging for the same figure or a similar figure released a few years ago now. And with the packaging, we got this brown mailer from Super 7 with the recent release, and there's nothing special going on with this. And I just want to show you, this is the mailer that came from Mattel. It has the Thundercat logo on it here. This is Lion-O down there, Thundercats right there. It has some black and white artwork of Lion-O right there that looks pretty amazing. Nothing else on the box. Cat's lair on this side. And plain old mailer. But what they did, they took the money they saved on a mailer at Super 7 and pumped it into the packaging. This is the packaging inside the mailer. And this is what we got inside the mailer from Mattel. And as you can see, we can see Lion-O in the window box. But this one has a slip cover. And this awesome looking slip cover has the Thundercat logo on it in a nice metallic finish. Looks awesome. Swing around to the back, it says Thundercats on the back. And swinging it back around, and this again has no slip cover. See Lion-O right in the packaging. You can see him wielding the sword of omens. Then the sword actually goes up into the molded plastic of the transparent window box. And spinning around, you can see Lion-O's artwork on the side and on the back. The artwork from the mailer box, but now in color, looks pretty awesome. And if we remove the slip cover from Super 7 version, it reveals the ultimate version of Lion-O. Scoot him back, where he's packaged with a spearhead, the sword of omens, the book of omens, and 4 different claw shields. I have to check that out, see what that's all about. And over here, it's Lion-O, extra set of hands, the miniature sword of omens and full sword of omens. And if you can see right back here, I kind of missed it, the extra hands for this version of Lion-O. Okay, before I get these figures open, I'm going to take a look at some of the differences while they're still in the packaging, because I do not plan on opening my Mattel version, as it is the last of the Thundercats, the only Thundercats we ever got from Mattel, so I'm trying to preserve it. So I want to show you the sword of omens and show you how wide that blade is, and show you the difference in this sword of omens blade. It's a lot thinner. It actually looks more accurate to the cartoon. And this, if you didn't see the hilt, this is just a standard blade. And if you didn't see the hilt on this one, you can kind of tell that that is Sword of Omens. Also, his hair is a brighter orange on it, and this is much darker. You can see them together. And that's pretty much the only differences I can really see in the packaging. There's some slight color differences, and I don't know if you can see it by 1:1, but the logo on his belt is bigger here than it is here. So that's pretty much it. So I am going to get this guy open right now. Snip the tape. Slide Lion-O out. There's nothing further in this box, just some little black, I don't know what that is back there. So here's Lion-O, and it's 2 clams just like Panthro. Houses the Book of Omens and his fists. We'll come to those in a second. And here is the man himself, the Lord of the Thundercats. Take him out of packaging, he looks great. So let's take a look at Lion-O. Let's take a look at his face first and foremost. And with the hair done so, I would say realistically, Lion-O, unlike Panthro looked like he jumped out of the cartoon. Lion-O looks like a movie actor made up to play the role. He looks like realistic. If being a fictional character can be realistic, but he doesn't look cartoony. but he looks great. Face, the hair is just whipped and blowing, just anime style. It looks great. A lot of detail and a little bit of a wash in there. My eyes are painted well. The eyebrows are painted well. The little cat slits are nice. The different tan portions look good on Lion-O. His chest armor looks... I don't even think this is armor. This is the sculpt. He's not wearing armor. This is the sculpt of the buck, just made to look like he's wearing a shirt. His abdomens are painted his skin tone. All this is blue plastic. Then you come down to the belt. The belt and the trunks are a separate piece. It's molded in, but I can like pull on it a little bit. And his thighs and his boots are a separate plastic. And he has some paint on his lower forearm. I can't tell which one is paint. Oh, the darker skin tone is paint up here, in the hand and the lower forearm are the lighter skin tone plastic. So why don't we take a look at this articulation, since we're going all over the body. His head 360s on that ball joint. It is weird because this whole thing is solid. It feels so weird. And he can rock a little bit side to side. He can look down this far, and he can look up that far. And the hair is kind of hindering it right there on that shoulder, so he would look up a little bit further, I believe. And since it is the same buck as like He-Man and the Master of the Universe Classics figures, you should know what you're getting into. The arm 360s at the shoulder. He has the bicep swivel, and his is very stiff. It will 360. He can get 90 degree out of that elbow bend right there. He has a wrist hinge and a rotation in his wrist. He has the ab crunch that I've been utilizing by accident, by moving around, so you can get him to look up even further to the back like that. And he can look that far. Not that much coming forward at all. Expect a little bit more. I think I got more out of Panthro, and he was wearing like an armor harness coming to his waist, and it's hidden right there on top of the belt. Very nice. It's a separate piece. Fully 360s. This little piece right here is softer, like I showed you earlier. Letting that body spin around and it's pushing up against it. He can do the splits. Got to move the claw shield and sort of omen to the side. You can get splits that far and further if you push it down. And get his leg to the front. He's being hindered by his trunks right here. It's slit down the middle, so it has more give, but you got to kind of move it to get more give, so it's hindered. You can just see it's pulling, and I don't want it to like warp. That's kind of messed up. If you keep posing like that, it might stay permanently warped. And to the back goes this far, and he's sitting on the back of the trunks right here. So that's pretty much front to back. This is all you're getting. A good decent stride. It may or may not be enough. We'll have to see. Has an upper thigh swivel right here. The 360 if you wanted to. Oh no, it's actually not. Yeah, I got it. 360, a knee bend, and that's all you're getting. Hidden boot cut, hidden very well. I like it. 360s out of that, and front to back and side to side, standard stuff, just like a Master of the Universe figure. But his trunks is kind of holding him back just a little bit, giving him a little less articulation than a standard Master of the Universe figure. So let's investigate this claw shield on his belt. It comes off a peg sticking out of his belt right here. It's a very hard peg. Here's the claw shield. It's hanging around. It's a gold with a little bit of a sparkle to it. A few paint apps. Not a whole lot special going on. This is just when he's walking around and with the sword sheathed into his glove. So I might as well transition from that to the second. And this is the stylized, like the Mattel version. I guess, all right, this is just a guess of mine. This is done like how Mattel did it. And this looks more realistic. This is sort of like what they did with He-Man Classics, where they made it a huge leap from the toy to like almost like an actor or a movie prop. And I would say that this version is more cartoony with less detail. And I think I'm inclined. I like this one better, and mostly because you can see more of the sort of omens hanging out. It doesn't Oh, there it is. Actually, it does come out. And I thought it didn't come out, but look, it was stuck by paint right there, so the paint has come off my sword. So that does suck, but it does come out. So that's more than I just put it back in just to make it worse. But I had to just make sure. So it does come out. You get the small sword with the eye closed. Woo. This is the one that goes on Lion-O's arm. So let's do that right now. Let me pull off his hand. Ouch. And insert the claw shield. There's a peg built in there, and I believe, and there it is. He can block incoming attacks from the mutants of Mum-Ra. And pop that off, and here is the Mattel version of the same thing. It's a flat finish. It's meant to be more realistic, more furry, and all that. But I thought it was supposed to be metal. I don't know why this just looks furry. I don't know. It's kind of cool, just the same, but I like the other one better already. I'll probably never use this one. And here is that claw shield, and you can articulate. You can move it around. And it has a little bit of rock in it. Moves a little bit of his hand. Let's go to the Sword of Omens. Well, let's start with the mini one. Pull this out of here. Put this in his hand. And I don't know why we didn't get 3 little swords, like the small sword, the big sword, and the mini sword, so he can thunder. Thundercats. Oh, I think I might have missed the thunder, but somebody get 2 hands on this dang on thing and keep 2 hands on it. But you can sort of get, if you worked at it, you can make sure he's holding the sword with 2 hands. And there he is with the little miniature sword. Now on to the big boy, the Sword of Omens. Get it in Lion-O's hand. And I don't think this is the hand he's meant to hold it with, because it's a little open and a little loose. And it's like, why package him with that hand? So let's go into the hands now. Alright, he has 2 sets of closed hands, and I see the difference in these. I didn't really see it on Panthro, but the thumb is open a little bit more on this hand than it is this hand. It's only a slight difference, and I'm assuming it follows to the other hand. Actually, these look just, nope, this one is open just a little bit more. I can see it, but it's not much. I guess it's depending on what he's holding. Let's get the right hand out of here, pop this out. And before I pop this out, his fingers are soft. They're nice and soft, so you can squeeze other things into his hand without stressing or breaking his fingers. So here is the more open hand for Lion-O. And let's open up his fingers and put the sword in there. And he holds it just fine. And now for the most important test is, can we get sight beyond sight? Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. So you can pull it off. You can actually pull it off with both hands on the blade, on the hilt. So that is pretty cool. So without plugging in all the other hands, I guess we don't even need, I guess we gotta see if we can hold the book. Here is the Book of Omens. There is the symbol of the Thundercats and 4 white dots. Nothing on the other side. Some silver on the binder. It's like a goldish color book, and it has some little metallic shimmer to it. Some flaking in it as well. Hope the camera's picking that up. The book does not open, sadly. It could at least open to like 1 page, just open in half or whatever. So let's get this guy with the book. Here he is with the book, and it seemed like his wrist wanted to give out a little bit. I think just the hair his wrist is giving out. Yep. Sags down just a little bit, and let's see if we can go full 2 hands with the book. We should be able to, because we got 2 hands on the hilt of the sword, and he can hold the book. It's a damn shame he can't open it up. I mean, obviously I'm not expecting pages, but just to open in half and maybe see some squiggly lines and the Thundercat symbol or plans for Cat's lair or something like that, even though that's probably not what's in the Book of Omens. But this is very nice. I'm happy they included it. It's not that special, but it is nice. So last but not least is Lion-O's extra head. Take this head off. It's on the ball joint right there. Just popped it off. Came off pretty easy. And something of note that I just seen as I did it. underneath the two heads are different. I don't know what's going on in there. Maybe they had to make some changes to the mold of the Mattel head, and this is straight up Super 7 head. So I don't know. I just noticed that. That's all. So here's the gritting teeth version. And I'm having a little bit of trouble putting it on there. I didn't hear it pop. Yeah, and it feels weird on there. I don't think I got it. Yeah, look, the neck is starting to split with me trying to get it off too. Wow. And I've got paint on the back of my neck, taking the head off. Okay, I got the head on there, but it's resistant. It doesn't feel as natural as the other head. Clearly, like you can see it like bounce back as I turn it. You see that? And let's try to get some articulation. He'll hold the down pose. Get him to look up. He's not going for the up look with this head. Man, it's like they use the same body, but then guess they didn't get the head quite right on this. And he won't do the whole side to side thing and hold it. I can just get him look down, but not much up because the head is bouncing back. And I pretty much cracked the neck to get this head on there. So that kind of sucks. And let's take a look at the face. He has like a red mark. I think that's on purpose. Like some bruising, or maybe that's just the anger. Obviously, he's gritting his teeth. And it looks good other than this dent in my chin. I don't know what's up with that. So let's rewind back to his articulation and see what kind of poses we can get the Lord of the Thundercats in. Alright, so I was posing Lion-O around, checking out his articulation and seeing what he can do, and I discovered something funny with this claw shield. For one, it's not painted underneath like the other ones, like the little black dot and triangle is not painted on this one, and it's present here, right there, but also the little part where it clips onto his belt is reversed. I wonder if this has to be a problem across the board, which pretty much makes this claw shield a waste of plastic. Like, it won't go on. The hole is too small to go this way, but you can put it on this way. And now it's like on backwards and kicked off to the side. I mean, that's like that's inexcusable. That's like, damn, we could have got another accessory instead of this. This is terrible. And speaking of, now let's see where Lion-O stands against other 80s properties made new. Here he is with Earthrise Optimus Prime. Here he is with Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, because they share the same hairdresser. G.I. Joe Classified's Duke. Here he is next to Super 7's Panthro. Last but not least, the buck stops here with Super 7's Master of the Universe Filmation He-Man. You see what I did? The buck stops here because they share the same buck. Okay, to wrap this review up, if you notice that the background is any different, because I started this review like 2 months ago, and I actually thought I uploaded it, but apparently I didn't. Then I lost some of the footage, so I'm just going for it. And like, this is like the wrap up. Luckily, I'm only missing like the ending. But anyway, to wrap it up, love the figure. I love what Super 7 did, even though it's the Mattel thing and the Four Horsemen, I know that. But I'm happy we getting Thundercats. I love the cartoon as a kid, but I did not like the figure. As a child, I only bought one toy. I bought Lion-O. And once I got him home and played with this figure for like 30 minutes, it was over. I didn't want any more Thundercats. Watch the cartoon every day. And this was the first property that I watched the cartoon and didn't care for the figures. I thought they were garbage. I still think it's garbage to this day. And I know some people got love for it, stretching back to their childhood, but I didn't. I did not. I stuck to a lot of things from the 80s, but the Thunder, I had no desire to collect them as an adult or anything like that. So I'm happy these are being made. And I saw some interviews with Brian Flynn from Super 7, and he talks about running with the property as long as he can. And he doesn't say it flat out, but they're going to make the Thunder Tank, and we're going to get a Cat's Lair. They got a taste of it with Snake Mountain, making a large play set, even though I know it was sculpted before he got the license and all that. But they know they can sell that property, and I believe Thunder Tank and Cat's Lair will absolutely sell out and draw more people into this Thundercats line. So if you're not in on it, you might want to get on it now. I think this thing is still available like on Entertainment Earth and BigBadToyStore.com for close to retail, maybe like $1 or $2 over retail. I'm gonna say they retail at $45, but you can get in and still get these. I got them from Super 7 on a little pre-order. They have, I think, Tiger and some more guys coming out in December, and then Chitaura and some Slide and some more people coming out in January if they stay on their schedule. But Super 7 rarely stays on their schedule. But I am happy to have these two guys so far. I'm loving these two figures. I'm loving the Mattel Master Universe body, classics body on these figures. I think they're so awesome. And if you are at all interested, I suggest you get in on it now, because once they make the Thunder Tank, a couple play sets, Mum-Ra's Lair, something like that, the price on these figures are going to skyrocket. The ones that are out already, people are going to try to go back and get them, and you might want to grab them just for resale. But this is a property you need to get in on if you're interested at all in the Thundercats. I want to thank you all for watching another episode of George Reviews, the reviews where every toy has a story. Ho!
Autobots, transform!